Alright, this is a review that people have been asking for a while, and as you can see, I've picked up the fully painted 2019 Thomas Wood, Annie and Clarabel set. So, as you'll remember, if you've seen my 2018 review of these guys, I was not impressed, both with the way the new styling looked and also the lack of paint. One of those things has been fixed. Let's see how much difference it makes. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. So as you can see here, we have got this amazing, yep. This is fine. I can't remember if this is, the old one was this weird, but I think this is fine. Yep, cool. I'm glad we've had this chat. Great work, everyone. Let's open these up and see what's actually inside. All right, so those figures are out of the way for now. As you can see, here are the two coaches. So let's do a quick in-hand appraisal. Yeah, wow. This is wow. The difference between just picking this up and holding it when it's fully painted is just phenomenal. And it's one of those things where you really can't quite picture it until you've actually felt them and seen them. They just look so much more premium, just makes so much more sense. And that's even with this huge whole thing. You know, I think the amount of difference it makes when you can see all that paint from all the angles, they're that distinctive Annie and Clarabel color. You know, yes. Obviously, all the design criticisms I had, such as, you know, the names being up here, which is weird, and then obviously this huge cutout thing, which is weird, are still there, but it's really, really good to see. They just definitely feel so much more impressive, so much better, and they look so much nicer with this fully painted look that we're now going for. Again, disappointing to see that their faces are pretty much the same. I do enjoy it when they have different faces, even if it's not always a surprise face, just something so it's a bit different. As you can see, they still couple together like this, which is great. I will grab the other ones for comparison with Thomas in a minute. You can see there, he is the conductor man. He is the same. This one seems to have a bit of paint problems. He's got some weird paint stuff going on. But yep, this figure is the same as was included in the last one, as is the doctor figure. Again, these ones have really kind of like stiffer legs that kind of seem to click in almost when they're straight, which I don't know if the other ones didn't feel like they had that, but I could be just remembering incorrectly because I really don't touch these after I review them because, like, well, you can see why. So yeah, that's the kind of these guys. Definitely an improvement. How much of an improvement? Let's take a look. So you can see right here in this shot just how much difference some paint makes. Incredible, really. Like, this obviously is the 2018 version with the unpainted coaches, and you can see now with the fully painted Thomas, these guys really do look just so much better. I mean, again, the weirdness of them being hollow is definitely still there, but in terms of looking so much more cohesive, they really do look a lot better. Now, let's do the comparison. If we put in the included passengers, again, I still find it weird this guy like leans over, you know, like I understand it's meant to be so he's waving. That to me, yeah, look, it still looks dumb, but it looks a lot less dumb than when we do this. As you can see, I'm doing this all live. Just I want you to kind of get a feel of what it's like to have these two trains at the same time. You can see it's just a totally different look, and it just makes so much difference when they put that extra coat of paint on there. You can see when you do something like that. Yeah, it's amazing what a coat of paint will do to lift that item. Alright, so what do I think of these remodels? Look, I think the paint on these new Annie and Clarabel makes so much difference. I talked about for the painted models I've reviewed, there is quite a big difference when you have the fully painted version. But, you know, I guess the same criticisms of the weirdness of the design, especially when they're empty, still apply. And, you know, like I've read people saying, oh, you should just like customize them and do all this heaps of work yourself to make this thing that you paid good money for actually not be a piece of crap. No. That's not how it's supposed to work. If you pay good money for something, it should be good. And that's the big thing about this. I paid, you know, $29.47 for these two here, the painted versions, which is a lot of money, you know. You can buy, for example, a Transformers deluxe class figure in Australia, you know, from quite a few places for about that price. The recommended retail is $30, but, you know, you can see there's one there that I've had sitting on my shelf, and this to me is a far nicer toy. You get a robot that turns into a car in this case, you know, very poseable, lots of really good details, you know, a lot of fun to be had here, and I feel like you pay $30, $35 for that, you get a lot of good value from these figures. Do I feel like I get $30 versus this? Well, the thing is, like, in comparison to what was existing just before, I don't. And I still don't think you get the value even when they're fully painted, especially from this weird wagon system. So is it an improvement? Yes, but as they say, you know, you can only polish a turd so much. So I think that's the real thing with these. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. You know, and we can see it. I love to see what people think. But yeah, I do think that even though they are better, they can't overcome the weirdness of the design decision to make the figures look like this. Like, and the weird thing is, you could have included figures in the sets. You know, more figures and stuff without doing this. So I don't really understand what the decision-making process calculus was here. But anyway, otherwise, let me know your thoughts. Do all those cool things on YouTube. That's all we've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.